Hello, in today's video I am going to discuss the problem of choosing optimal IVs, specifically choosing between plus attack or plus speed IVs, because I believe this is not an easy matter and it deserves clarification. Hopefully you will find this video informative, so let's get started. First thing that I need to mention, however, is that over time the overall book increased faster than anything else on both sides, both AR defense and offense, and this is due to the way the mythics have been designed. They give you plus 5 HP, but also plus 5 defense and resistance, but only plus 4 speed and only plus 3 attack. So comparatively, defense resistance increase faster than attack, and with HP stacking, we get easily up to 15-20 HP. This is why the units we are fighting, again, are becoming harder to kill. And this is why I find myself lately enjoying more plus attack than plus speed. This is not to say plus speed is less important. In fact, as a general guideline, I would say always pick plus speed when you think your main carry doesn't have enough speed to secure follow-up. In the case of Selena, who is very slow, plus speed is the best asset, along with speed rest solo seal or attack speed solo seal. Even that, it's probably not enough, and this is why I have speed tactic and speed smoke. I would say as long as you can reach 60 speed, you should be fine against most common threats you see in AR defense. Over 60 speed could be kind of overkill. You have to remember that when it comes to stats manipulation, AR offense should always have the advantage. You can easily buff yourself with plus 6 in all stats. Meanwhile, the typical AR defense, more often than not, they don't even try to use buffs. And you can even debuff them very easily, inflicting debuffs such as sabotage speed on Primaria or light season. You have air, you can equip Temari Plus, inflicting -5 in attack and speed. And even the mythics in offense are better than defense. Peony, for example, gives you another plus 3 speed. Even Astra season is in a good spot. Everyone uses Primaria. Meanwhile, no one ever uses Leaf in Anima season unless he is a bonus unit, so they lack the speed boost. So this is why I say you have so much control, you shouldn't be too scared of not being able to perform secure follow-up. At some point, having too much speed is kind of useless. So let's start and illustrate some very interesting cases. First is Layla. I got Layla during her original banner, minus speed, unfortunately. And yet, she never failed to perform follow-up with this set. I still remember clearly 2 times when she failed to perform follow-up. 2 times. First is against Fallen Ike plus 10 plus speed during his bonus week. Another instance was plus 10 Summer Mia ARD attack speed Lul speed death. So except those 2 extreme cases, she never failed to perform follow-up. And from my experience, I would say Layla is very dangerous when she succeeds at killing the first target. When she fails at killing the first target, she's not such a big threat. So this is why plus attack is by far the best IV. She wants to kill. This is how she became such a threat. And likewise, there is Claude, legendary Claude. He has also too much speed. Speed catch, speed death rain, fair enough. Of course, plus attack is better for Claude. Another reason for choosing plus attack is Deadeye. Deadeye is very, very important, especially against threats like Edelgard. And even without considering Edelgard, it's still better to have plus attack, because bulk increased so fast lately. Obviously, there are some other instances when you want plus speed instead. Close call. Fallen Ike, Marita, Chris, Lacey, Shannon. If you use close call, you need plus speed, because this is such a big restriction. Outspeeding the enemy by plus 10 is not easy. So plus speed is better, especially if it is a super boon instead of plus attack. So having overall more stats is better, appreciated. If however you would use Marita with Gale Force close call, because few people try to do that, in this case you don't need plus speed, and perhaps plus attack is better because you want to kill. And without a special, it's difficult to kill. Very, very difficult. And this is a very interesting case as well. Freyja, pretty much like Marita, she has a close call effect in her weapon, but I am not using plus speed, I use plus attack, because of the way I play with Freyja. As a main carry, distant counter, damage reduction, she's not reliable, and we all know why. I use, however, Gale Force Freyja Heavy Blade. This is why she needs plus attack, not just because she wants to kill, because of the bulk increases so fast, but also because she wants to activate Heavy Blade. It's not easy to activate Heavy Blade. Let's take one example. This guy, Bramimon, reached 80 speed, but he can also go even further. A unit you see very often in AR defense, this one. Bond of Alpha, Joint Drive attack. Maximum plus 10 attack, so Bramimon can reach 90 attack. You will never trigger Heavy Blade. So you should have nothing like too much attack. I know what you're going to say. It's not the right moment to talk about this. I'm planning to release another video and I will talk about Gale Force in detail in this other video. But I just wanted to say that from my experience at least, not activating Heavy Blade, or sometimes not activating Gale Force itself, is kind of annoying, but most of the time I think of a backup solution and I succeed. And most of the time when I fail Gale Force, it is not because I one-shot things that I shouldn't one-shot. It is because I fail to kill a very important unit, a threat that should die immediately, and I cannot kill it, so I use a ladder. Altina, for example, she missed Heavy Blade, I would say 4 times out of 10, something like that, and yet I succeed most of the time. Even though sometimes she doesn't trigger Gale Force and get the extra action, because I can still block the enemies at the end. But enough with that, I will talk about this in another video. So, about the AR offense units, I think I have said anything I wanted to say. If now we move to the AR defense, we have interesting cases with Selena and Triandra, and I would like to illustrate. Let's first talk about Selena. I got 3 Selena. One became a fodder for my legendary Lilina. Another one was plus attack, and the last one plus speed. I have to make a choice, and as you can see, I picked plus attack. The reason is because when I was thinking about potential candidates who could eventually outspeed Selena with attack asset, I couldn't find many. I would find eventually Dagger, maybe, and perhaps Freyja, and most importantly, I would find Fallen Ike. The problem is that Dagger doesn't use distant counter. You will probably never find anyone using distant counter on Dagger, and no one used Freyja, or perhaps during her bonus week. So which leaves only Fallen Ike. I am not going to use plus speed just for Fallen Ike, considering that, like I said before, bulk increased so fast. If I am really scared of Fallen Ike anyway, remember, it's a team. Selena is not alone. I want to kill Fallen Ike, I have Dual Leaf. Very easy. Fallen Ike is just dead. So, just to kill that, those units save your armor skills, and with support of flame, damage reduction, double distant guard, eventually with people using dagger plus air, they get plus 10 resistance. I need plus attack, I need to kill. The choice was so obvious. Another instance now, very interesting, Triandra. She also has super boons in both attack and speed. Because she is a mythic, she doesn't get the blessings. So you might think, why not using plus speed? The fact is that probably plus attack is better for Triandra. I still remember clearly one day my Triandra attacked air, a weak air. Air one-shot Triandra. And my Triandra is plus defense. And as time passes, I understood something. I realized one thing. Anything that touches Triandra means she's dead. Just anything. A single blow from anything means she's dead. So, if Triandra is about to commit a suicide attack, at least I want my Triandra to inflict the most damage possible. In other words, plus attack is best. The choice is obvious. So, now that I have covered pretty much everything about AR offense and defense, there is still one little thing that I haven't discussed yet. Slow tank. What if you use slow tank, high attack, high defense and res, low speed? I still believe even in this situation, considering plus attack is interesting. Let me explain. In light season, you will never use Freyja over Peony, Mila, Air, and even Dagger. Dagger gives you plus 5 res, and in fact, even Pathfinder could be useful. If you're using a pure tanking strategy, super strong Omni tank, no more no less, Freyja probably is useless. And Freyja gives plus 3 attack, so you are lacking in attack. So considering plus attack IV could be a good thing. Astra, you have the same problem. Astra season you have to choose between Altina and Naga, because Plumeria is top tier, Regin is top tier. I also assume the next Astra Mythic likely will give you plus 5 resistance. If this is the case, it is desirable. So again you have to choose between Naga and Altina for the last spot. Naga gives you plus 5 defense, also Divine Fang against Seros. Altina as a carry is not reliable, and if you want to use Altina to snipe a problematic unit in AR defense, Regin does it better. Free movement, Kento, safer shell, better hit and run. So you will never use Altina considering we have Regain. Altina gives plus 3 attack, so maybe if you think you're lacking in attack, considering attack IV is good. And like I said before, we have such crazy support units like Flame damage reduction, we have bonus doubler Hollywood, eventually Kaden, we have double distant guard and such things like that. We can easily stack tries and distant guard, close guard. It's too much. The bulk increases so fast, so maybe the last piece could be plus attack to consider for a super tanking strategy. So you probably understand by now my main point why I enjoy plus attack, because of the way mythics have been designed. Bulk increases faster than attack, faster than speed, and killing is very important to avoid nasty scenarios like Wings of Mercy, launch, something like that. So this is pretty much everything I have to say on this topic. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.